There was a very intelligent person who once said that firewood and heat don't mix. Oh. Well, that person was me, but it's true. It is super hot out. I have moved my operation into the shade under the maple tree. My truck is loaded for a delivery, and I need to make bundles, which are being delivered tomorrow too. So I'm not putting them in the truck. Just because I'm in the shade, it was too hot in the garage. I'm in the shade. I'm going to make bundles into my wheelbarrow, which happens to be the world's greatest wheelbarrow, the Leonard, right here in Ohio. I, of course, am an affiliate of Leonard, and if you're interested in one of these, I'll put the link in the description, because these are the best wheelbarrows in the world. This was the first one I had ever purchased from them. Has the wooden handles, and then I got my second one, which had the steel handles. I liked it better, but they're both excellent. Anyhow, I'm using my wheelbarrow to move my bundles, keeping them in the garage because we're supposed to get rain. That's just one of the things. I think bundles are the way to go, but they're process focused, and that process has to involve not getting them rained on, at least until after they get delivered. These are logs that have been sitting at my house for over a year. They are bone dry, but they were stacked, single file. They're clean, and whoever buys these is going to be super excited about how nice their fire is. I had this sitting out and my stretch wrap got real hot, and it's not unraveling all that well. It's gotten too stretchy, I guess, if that makes sense. Once it cools off, it should get back to normal. But here we are, we're back to making bundles. If you recall, at the beginning of the spring, I was making a concerted effort to increase my bundle business, which I did. I don't think it is where I was wanting it to be, but I increased it nonetheless. But I think if there's anything holding me back in growing my bundle business, it's me. You know, I just didn't execute as much as I wanted to. But I did grow it. I have increased the number of accounts, and they are consistent. And it's something that I can project. It's getting to that point where I just know when they're going to be out. In fairness, though, a number of these accounts that I have, the people that are buying these are mostly from a campground. And everyone that I've talked to this year, they said this has been a bad year for firewood sales to campgrounds just because of the weather. We had a super hot spring, like our June was just awfully hot, and then it got kind of wet and rainy, and it only seemed to rain on the weekends. People don't have campfires when it's raining outside. I put 3 wraps on for these bundles. This is that one grocery store. They do not want labels. They don't need them, so I'm not going to put them in. we are making nice looking bundles. I like them. I like them a lot. This is the Go Fast wrapper, and this has been a home run for me. So I have a second wrapping machine, and that was my biggest fear. You know, this gets back to that whole thing about what's the price of peace. You got one wrapper, well, what happens if it breaks? And if you put a lot of emphasis on that side of business, you know, what are you going to do? So I started looking around, and Go Fast, you know, they return my calls. They're easy to deal with. It was sent out here quickly. And I know for the people that have purchased these off of my channel, they have all said the same thing. It's been a very pleasant shopping experience. But I am putting the link in the description. If you are looking for a wrapper, I recommend this one. This is a very good machine. It is built well. It's got a heavy-duty electric motor. It has the gear is oil bath. The welds are good. I like the big wheels. It's easy to transport around. And then this should show how versatile these are. I just have one of these little battery packs on it, and it runs it just fine. I am now going to take these bundles in the world's greatest wheelbarrow, put them in the garage, and I'll be right back. Whoa, slow down there. Whew. These things are fast too, man. Guys, this is a piece of hickory. I don't know how it got in my mixed hardwoods, but we're not going to put this in. I might use that tonight for tonight's campfire. Here's what I'm saying about the stretch. It's gotten hot from sitting in the sun, and when I hit the gas down here, when the wheel comes around, it's not spinning it. It's going to break the wrap. So that's why, if you've noticed, I'm reaching over here and hitting it with my hand just to get it to spin. Well, now it's doing it okay. Can always find that perfect piece. This week has been amazing with the heat, and I know that there are others out there that are dealing with the same thing. But it is dangerous, I'm here to tell you. I was not paying attention on one of my deliveries this week, and the next thing I know, my head's killing me, and I had to take a break. I think I got overheated, and it really took it out of me for the rest of the day. I think I always got to remind myself I am a sole proprietor and there's only so much I can do. And sometimes doing nothing is the right decision. I guess there is rain coming in today, later today, and it's getting kind of breezy out here, but it feels good. But we're going into Labor Day weekend, and I am giving myself a long weekend. My sales are up. I feel like I've put myself in a position just to take a short break because, you know, we're coming up into the winter selling season, and that first shot of cold air, your phone starts ringing off the hook. Moving right along. I have said this before. I think bundles are the way to go. When I want to make more money, I don't want to do that by selling more firewood. I would like to make more money by selling less firewood. And I think bundles is one of the ways to do it. Well, you know, bundles is different from bulk sales. I mean, obviously, but everything's different. Your customer base is different. Your process is different. The way that you sell it is different. Everything is different. And I think that maybe the day will come where I am just a bundle business. You know, I just get away from everything else but bundles. I don't know if I'm really in the correct area for that, though. The larger metropolitan areas aren't necessarily right here where I live. They're pretty far away. And I do have a good thing going on with the restaurants and these local convenience stores. I want to stay with that. However, the idea is always in the back of my head, selling less firewood, making more money. I really do think that if I were to ever start all over again, I would go heavy into bundles first. I would probably try to avoid bulk at all costs. And maybe I would dial back the number of restaurants that I serve. I'm just saying that bundles is the way to go. No matter what type of area that you live in, there's always a market for bundles. You know, the bait shops, the convenience stores, the gas stations, the hardware stores, and then just selling them on like a delivery, kind of a home delivery, where you come up with a program of like 6 bundles for $50, something like that. There is money in bundles. I'll be right back. Oh yeah! One of the benefits too of bundles is I think you can calculate your expenses better, especially if you're now going to start hiring labor to do these. You can put these on a piece count where an employee makes X per bundle, Or if you're consistent enough in your sales and you're moving product enough, you can put them on an hourly wage, and then things are a lot more predictable for you. I know that I have, I think, 17 cents per bundle of stretch wrap, and when I use labels, I think that's another 15 cents. I know that when I deliver this to the grocery store, I will probably use about 75 cents of gasoline, which is why I drive a half-ton pickup truck. And I know I probably have about 50 cents worth of wood in this bundle. So, if you are looking for numbers, go ahead and calculate them yourself, because your numbers are going to be different than mine. Some of you guys and gals get your firewood for free. Maybe someone got the stretch wrap for free because they found it laying on the side of the highway one day, which I did one time before. Maybe some of you have no electric bill when you're running an electric wrapper because you charged your battery with a solar panel. My point is, there are a lot of variables. I would rather not do this at all than to sit around and play accountant for the day. I'm not into it, guys. It's just the way I am. I honestly believe, for instance, I believe that this world would have no traffic jams if we could do away with 50% of all of our traffic lights. I also believe that there would be a heck of a lot less sleepless nights by business owners if we did away with 50% of this world's accountants. And that's just the way I see things. I am a sole proprietor. I'm trying to make this work, and I'm doing the best that I can. But I am not an accountant, and you're not going to get accounting on this channel. And if you ever do, I'm probably not going to be selling firewood anymore. Guys, I am an operator. I make firewood. I make bundles. I get stuff done, and I create value. And I enjoy doing this. All right. I think we have 25. Small order. And I'll be right back. It is hard keeping up with this A.M. Leonard, world's greatest wheelbarrow. I hope, if anything, about Ohio Wood Burner, it is about getting stuff done, being an operator, creating value. If you're looking for accounting, you come to the wrong channel, and I'm sure that there's a lot of accounting channels out there on YouTube. You're not going to find it here. That's it for today. I got my bundles done. We have a delivery going in the morning. When I get back, the bundles go in the truck, and then I'm heading on down the road. And man, is it hot out. All right, I hope you like this. I hope everyone has a great day.